Why can't Luffy swim? Imagine an anime about pirates, where the captain of the ship can't swim. Sounds like a joke, right? Well, it's not. That's One Piece. And believe me, there's actually a reason why Luffy and a bunch of other pirates can't swim. Even Whitebeard can't. Absurd, right? Let's break it down. The planet in One Piece isn't like Earth. It's made up of countless islands and a massive ring of land that encircles the globe. The rest? Just water. So technically, the ability to swim would be crucial in a world with no continents and islands everywhere. If you're just getting into One Piece and still confused about why so many pirates can't swim, stay with me. I'm going to explain it. And if you're already an old-school fan, come along anyway, because we're diving into some mysteries that even Oda hasn't fully explained yet. Before we dive deep, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and hit that like button to support the project and never miss any updates. Every shonen-style anime, like Dragon Ball, Saint Seiya, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, has its own type of energy that powers characters' abilities. For example, in Dragon Ball, it's Kai. In Saint Seiya, it's Cosmo. In Naruto, it's Chakra. In Bleach, we have Reiatsu and its variations. And in One Piece, it's Haki, right? Yes, today, Haki is the big game changer in One Piece. It's the spiritual force found in living beings and used to fight even the strongest enemies. But for years, and I mean hundreds of chapters, before Haki was even explained, the main source of power in One Piece came from the devil fruits, or Akuma no Mi. Basically, if someone had a crazy ability in the series, it's because they ate a devil fruit at some point. And while many characters have eaten devil fruits, they're still extremely rare, and to people outside the Grand Line, they're almost legendary. That's why a devil fruit user can usually take over entire islands or kingdoms with ease. Take Crocodile in Alabasta, or later Enel in Scipio, for example. Of course, in Enel's case, Haki already existed in the world, but we had no idea about it at the time. Even so, it was his Goro Goro no Mi that allowed him to become a literal god in the Sky Island arc. So yeah, it's clear now, the powers of a devil fruit can turn a normal human into a god, depending on the fruit. In other words, devil fruits were the main power system in One Piece for a long time. But unlike other anime that give detailed explanations about how their power systems work, One Piece has never really explored the origins of these fruits. To this day, one of the most important and foundational elements of the anime remains a total mystery. But Ascend, what does that have to do with Luffy not being able to swim? Simple, everything. From what little we know about the devil fruits, the powers they grant come at a massive cost, especially for people who live in a world covered in water and choose to become pirates. They take away the user's ability to move in water. And this weakness is already a mystery on its own, because we've seen devil fruit users floating in water, others taking baths in tubs, so we can't even be sure if they drown in all types of water. What can be confirmed is this: if the water is still, and the volume is deep enough to go above the user's waist, their strength starts to drain. So it's not just contact with water that affects Luffy or any other devil fruit user, it's the volume of water around their body. Otherwise, Luffy wouldn't be able to drink water or walk in the rain, right? And as I said, it drains your energy, not necessarily your powers. That brings us to another devil fruit weakness, Kairoseki, or sea stone. It's a rare material used by the Marines in their weapons, and according to Smoker, it mimics the effects of the sea on devil fruit users. Kairoseki can weaken or completely nullify a user's powers depending on how it's made or used. You'll see Smoker using a lot of Kairoseki weapons against pirates, and it's also used in handcuffs, prison cells, and even ship hulls. So in the end, what's the real link between these weaknesses, the sea and the devil fruits? There's an old legend that says devil fruits are the embodiment of sea demons. When someone eats a fruit, they gain the power of the demon. But it's like the demon enters your body and curses you, making you unable to swim. That's supposedly one of the reasons why a person can't eat two devil fruits, because if two sea demons are inside one body, it'll cause the user to die. Now, even though One Piece does include some spiritual stuff, like ships having souls, It still hasn't confirmed whether the whole sea demon story is real. So far, no character has ever heard voices or manifested anything related to demons after dying. It feels more like a pirate tale, a myth used to explain something no one truly understands yet. The only confirmed fact is this: when a devil fruit user dies, their power reincarnates into a new fruit. That might make some sense if we're talking about demons jumping bodies, but on the other hand, there's a more scientific explanation. The world government has already experimented on devil fruits and managed to create an artificial version. It was considered a failure, but it became the base for the creation of smiles, artificial zoan-type devil fruits that turn users into animals. But hey, that's a topic for another video. What really matters here is that there's a strong connection between devil fruits and the sea. It's what causes Luffy and every other user to lose strength and movement in water, like they're made of stone. Now the real question is, are the sea demon legends true? Or are devil fruits just another massive mystery tied to the world of One Piece, with a much deeper conspiracy behind their origin?